Hi guys, good day and welcome back to my channel. So for today, we will be doing the continuation ng ating discussion. So before, sa previous vlog ko, we've discussed about the factorization of an algebraic expression. So for now, we would be doing the factorization of quadratic equation. So this is just a simple quadratic equation which has no numerical coefficients sa side ng exponents. Okay? So, as part of our review, we would like to discuss or to define what is a quadratic equation. So, a quadratic equation or polynomial equation in a single variable where the highest exponent of the variable is 2. So, ito yung kind of equation na may mga different kinds of algebraic expressions na ang pinakamataas na exponent na makikita mo is positive 2. So this is how they represent quadratic equation, which is ax squared plus bx plus c is equals to 0. So whereas bx and c are constant numbers, okay, so these hindi nagbabago, and ax squared is actually the variable and should not be equal to 0. So that's how the book explained it. So, as you remember, when you were still in grade 7 or grade 6, ang binibigay na problem sa inyo ng mga teachers nyo are like this. So, x plus 7 times x plus 1. Okay? However, since ang pinag-uusapan natin ay factorization, ang ibibigay na sa atin ng ating teacher ay ang product ng x plus 7 times x plus 1. Tapos tayo ang maghahanap kung ano nga ba ang factors ng isang algebraic or quadratic equation na binigay ng ating teacher. So, mag-review muna tayo kung paano natin kino-compute ang mga factors or how do we multiply factors. So, first, we try this review. So, x plus 7 times x plus 1. So, first, we will be multiplying this portion. So, this one. So 1 times 7 would be equals to 7. And 1 times x is equals to positive x as well. After multiplying using this one, we will be multiplying this equation using this one. So x times 7 is equals to 7x. And x times x is equals to x squared. Okay? So adding both these expressions, it would be giving us x squared plus 8x plus 7. So, how did we come up with that? So, the-drag natin si 7 kasi we don't have any numbers to add or with number 7. And we will be getting 8x for the reason that we will be adding x plus 7x. So, like what I've told to the earlier discussions or sa previous vlog natin, kapag walang numerical coefficient sa tabi ng isang variable, it is considered that the numerical coefficient is 1. So, that made us the assumption na x plus 7x is equals to 8x. Next, we will just be dragging down the x squared since we don't have any number to add with x squared or any other number na merong same variable as x squared. So, the answer is x squared plus 8x plus 7. Okay, so that is the number. This is actually the way how we multiply factors or algebraic expression. So like what I've said to you earlier guys, ang ibibigay sa inyo ng teacher nyo ay ang algebraic expression. At ang hahanap or ang quadratic equation. At ang hahanapin ninyo ay ang factors nitong quadratic equation. So like what I've discussed before, para na makapag-factor out tayo ng isang algebraic expression, we need to see or we need to check what is the common factors for this expression. So, as you can see, wala silang common factors. Though, merong x dito sa harapan at merong x din dito, pero si 7, wala siyang variable na x. And, pag titignan mo naman sa numerical coefficient, wala silang factor na pare-parehas except for 1. Yun lang yung meron sila. So, paano nga ba natin kukunin ang factors ng isang quadratic equation? So, I'll be giving you an example on how to get that in two ways. So I do have my own way on how to get that. So this is the easier way on my end, and I will also be discussing you guys on how to get the factorization of a quadratic equation using the multiplication frame. So the multiplication frame is guided by the book that we're using. This is a grade 8 book published by Rex Bookstore. The New Syllabus Mathematics Singapore Math Work Text by Dr. Joseph Yeo et al. And consulted to Dr. Yip Panhar. So I will be first discussing the way on how I resolve the factoring of a quadratic equation. So first, let's have the example of a squared plus 9a plus 8. So the first step that you need to do is to check first the factors of 8. So kapag nakita nyo yung ganyan na expression, kailangan nyong i-check yung nandito sa dulo. Okay? So i-check nyo kung ano ang factors of 8. So ano nga ba ang mga factors ng 8? So we have 1 times 8 because 1 times 8 would give us a product of 8. We also have 2 times 4 because 2 multiplied by 4 is equals to 8. Second, once we get the factors, we need to check kung ano sa mga factors na to ang magkakaroon ng sum na 9 kapag pinag-add natin. So, tingnan natin. Pag pinag-add ba natin si 2 and 4 would give us a sum of 9? No. How about 1 and 8? Yes. So, this is the factors that we are looking for. 1 and 8. Okay, kasi pag pinag-add natin ng 1 at pinag-add natin ng 8, it would give us the sum of 9. Okay? So once we get that factors, we will be moving on to the next step. So the next step is copy the variable that has the exponent of 2 and separate the factors found in the previous step. So sabi niya dito, copy the variable that has the exponent of 2. So alin ba dito ang may exponent of 2? So that is letter A. So ngayon, pag nakuha na natin yung A, i-separate na natin yung dalawang factors. So A, sasama natin siya sa positive 1. So that would give us A plus 1. And the other one is A ulit. Sasama mo naman siya sa A. So that's gonna be A plus A. So how would you know if tama ang sagot ninyo? So we will be checking it out. So A plus 1 multiplied by A plus 8. So first, we go here. 8 times 1 would give us 8. And A times A would give us 8A. Now, let's multiply this one to this part. So A times 1 would give us A. And A times A would also give us an A squared answer. So, adding those, we'll be getting A squared plus 9A plus 8. So, how did we get that? So, 8, drag it down. 8A plus A is 9A, and drag the A squared. So, parehas sila nung ating given problem. It only means that our answer A plus 1 times A plus 8 is correct. So, that is the way on how I actually get the factors of a simple quadratic equation. So, ngayon, i-check natin on how to do it in a multiplication frame. So, in using the multiplication frame, we will be still using the same problem, A squared plus 9A plus 8. So, the first step that we need to do is to put the multiplier in the upper left corner of the frame. So, normally, ito lang naman yung variable na merong exponent. So, that's gonna be letter A. So, dito mo siya ilalagay. Yan. Second step, we need to place the first expression in the second row and second column of the frame. So, this is the first expression on the quadratic equation. So, we need to place it to the second row, 1, 2, and second column, 1, 2. Okay? So, yan. While the last expression, which is positive 8, we need to place it into the third row and third column. So 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Okay? I mean, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so dito mo siya ilalagay. So guys, I would like to remind you to be very careful in putting the numbers. So, kailangan um, kung ano yung integral symbol niya, kung positive 8 ba siya or kung negative 8 ba siya, isasama mo siya sa paglagay dito. So, since dito ang last expression natin was positive 8, ilalagay natin siya dito sa may dulo. Okay? So, after that, the third step is to check the factors of a squared. So, we need to check ano nga ba ang factors ng a squared. So, how did we get this one? So, it's a very easy answer. So, a squared is actually the product of a times a. Okay, so just place it here, a times a. So, the next step is to check the factors of 8 that when added have a sum of 9. So, katulad nga nung ginawa natin kanina, nag-check din tayo ng mga factors. So, kanina nga ang factor na ginamit natin ay 8 and 1. Okay? So, the next step after that would be place it in the remaining frames and copy the numerical coefficient in its side or top. So, we will be getting this one. So, gagawin natin 8a and a. Para pag pinag-add natin, 8a plus a is equals to 9a. Man. Tapos, sabi niya, ilalagay doon natin numerical coefficient sa taas. So, ano ang numerical coefficient ng 8a? So, that's gonna be 8. And, ang numerical coefficient ng a, like what I've told you, it is 1. Okay? So, pag nakuha na natin yan, we would be combining those. So, first, we would be combining the a and 1. So, that's gonna be a plus 1. And we will be combining a and 8 as well, which is a plus 8, coming from these two. Yan. So, that is how you resolve the problem using the multiplication frame. Okay? So, this is only applicable kapag walang numerical coefficient dito sa may harap na value na may a squared. So, ngayon, so that's how we resolve that. But I'll be giving you another example in resolving or factoring out a quadratic equation na meron namang negative number sa loob ng equation. So, we have the problem f squared plus 6f minus 16. So, same thing. Ganun din naman ang gagawin natin. We just need to check we need to firstly check the factors of negative 16. So, what I'll be presenting are just some, not all, of the factors of negative 16. So, we have first, negative 1 times 16, which will give us a product of negative 16. Next is negative 4 times 4. So, when we multiply it, it would also give us a product of negative 16. And 8 times negative 2. So, when we multiply it, that would also give us a product of negative 16. So, last one, we have negative 8 times 2, which will also give us a product of negative 16. So, same thing, we would also check the factors na kapag pinag-add natin will give us a value of positive 6. Kasi ito yung pangalawa, diba? Yung pinag-usapan natin kanina. So, let's see. If we'll be adding negative 1 and 16, would it be equal to 6? No. Kasi negative 1 plus 16 is positive 15. How about this one? Negative 4 plus 4. Would it give you a sum of positive 6? No. So negative 4 plus 4 is equals to 0. How about negative 8 and 2? So negative 8 plus 2 would give you negative 6. So it's not correct. How about 8 and negative 2? So 8 minus 2 would give you positive 6. So the factor that we're looking for are 8 and negative 2. Kasi kapag pinag-add natin si 8 and si negative 2, it would give you the answer of positive 6. So, the third step is to copy the variable that has the exponent of 2 and separate the two factors found in the previous step. So, Ano nga ba yung variable na merong exponent na 2? So that's gonna be letter F. And we need to copy the factors of 8 and negative 2. So that's gonna be F times 8, F plus 8 multiplied to F minus 2. So that would be the answer. So the factors of F squared plus 6F minus 16 are F plus 8 and F minus 2. So how did we come up, or how are we going to check if our answers are correct? So we multiply it. So F plus 8 multiplied by F minus 2. So 8 times negative 2 is equals to negative 16, and F times negative 2 is equals to negative 2F. Now, F times 8 is equals to 8F, and F multiplied by F is equals to F squared. So we need to drag down negative 16, and we need to add negative 2F plus 8F. So negative 2 plus 8 is equals to 6, and copy the variable F. So that's going to be a positive 6F, and drag down the F squared onto this side. So, on the checking part, we actually get the problem as the answer. So, it only means that the factors that we've used are actually correct. Okay, so that are the two ways on how to factor out a quadratic equation when there is no numerical coefficient on the expression that has the exponent. So that's how we do it. Okay, so on my next discussion, I would be presenting you on how to do um, the factoring out of a quadratic equation when there is a numerical coefficient onto the front, using both the way on how I do it and the multiplication frame. So guys, thank you so much for watching this vlog, and I hope that you like it and this would help you a lot. To all the parents, it would also help you to review your mathematical algebra, and I hope that you would like and subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions, you could leave it onto the comment down below, and I will do my best to answer that when my time permits. Thank you so much and have a good day.